What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, got something different somebody recommended, still from TikTok. Got those questions from TikTok. This is, what is something Europe has changed in your mind as an American? I feel like I'll be able to answer this here pretty soon. Like I said, working on my passport, and it's a little process, but it's almost there. But I think that's a good question. Definitely can't wait to see and hear what they have to say. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations. Let's check it out. My guy right here, he already look kind of fed up.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
So when I was 19, I lived in England. I studied abroad while in college. I could talk about a lot of things, including the issues with urban sprawl that we have in America that they don't have in Europe. So anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about food. I was eating at least 5,000, 6,000 calories a day. Easy. I was also walking every day, everywhere. However, not enough to burn that many calories. I was eating shit. Like pure and utter shit. I was not eating good food. I was eating McDonald's, KFC, burger, bad food. And I lost 35 pounds. 35. I came back to the States. No acne. No anxiety. I could not wear the clothes in my closet. They were hanging off of me. When Tesco says your peaches are going to expire on the 9th of June, they mean the 8th of June. There are no preservatives. There are no artificial hormones. There are nothing in those foods. And I miss it every day. I cannot describe it. I came back to the States and I got sick the first time I ate food.
Wow.
Americans who've been...
I ain't gonna lie, I've been getting tired of eating all that stuff. That's why I've been trying to do like vegetables, fruits, and all that. Like, you do get tired of the food, like especially fast food. Like, you get tired of it, burn out of it fast.
Describe it. I came back to the States and I got sick the first time I ate
crazy.
food.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go? I'll go first. I don't know about y'all, but I've had the chance to spend 2 weeks in Finland over the last couple years, and it's changed a lot about my perspective. But currently what I'm battling is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting. In Helsinki, all the salmon was so rich. I mean, granted, the harbor's right there, but literally the salmon was almost like grapefruit colored. Our sickly, nasty orange salmon. Bleh! And it's like I don't even relate to chicken here anymore. The chicken wings in Finland are so little and crispy and light. The chicken wings here, the fat layer is just so thick. There's fat inside on the bone. Like Finland literally would never.
Dang.
Even our beef looks gray. Our meat quality has to be making us sick because there's no way. These animals are sick and they're still feeding them to us. They cannot continue eating corn. We don't digest corn, neither do they. And
I say the same thing. I be thinking the same thing. Like, especially when you see, like, how could they still see an animal sick and still decide? Like, I would, no offense, like, if it's dying, like, that don't mean go feed it. These people, it's all about the money. They still want to make a profit. Sick or not, they're going to make that profit. That's
even
crazy.
if they're pasture raised, what about the pesticides in the pasture? This country is 6 degrees of fucked up. Finland, me please. Is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting.
Would you also accept the submission of the culture shock a European gets when we come to the States? Mind you, when they told me that we were going to go live in the States, I was stoked. Because for me, the US was Six Flags, Universal Studios, Disneyland, In-N-Out Burger. But over time, I started falling in a sort of uncanny valley. It was the food. Cheese was just a block of plastic. Have you ever seen what mozzarella is supposed to look like? And I slowly started realizing that everything tasted chemically. So you have ginormous vegetables, but they taste like nothing. I realized that the difference in volume is just made up of water.
Wow.
Now I realize why so many of you, in order to spice your food, you have to put powdered garlic and powdered onion. Instead of the real thing, it's because it's dehydrated. You need less volume to get the same punch. But go get thee some garlic in the Mediterranean. It will knock you off your feet. It is pungent. You just use the fresh thing. You don't need the powdered version. And I know what I'm on about because I have been to Gilroy, your capital of garlic. Honestly, meh. Sorry, but yeah. Then there's sugar everywhere, even in the bread. And for a nation that is so obsessed with sugar, how do you consistently get your candy so wrong? I'm sorry, but I'm not letting you off the hook until we talk about corn candy. What the fuck is that?
Talking about the candy corn. Hey, me personally, I don't eat candy corn, but I don't see how people eat candy corn. You know, maybe it's a Halloween thing. I don't know. I don't like candy corn. It's
The
not
hook
good.
until we talk about corn candy. What the fuck is that? Does anyone actually eat that? Why is it so popular? Have you ever had a nice
Who
like
eats
French
candy
gelée?
corn?
Oh my god. Have you ever had candied violet petals? I'm salivating already. Already covered how weird your chocolate tastes. Everything was just consistently in this kind of uncanny valley. Like, the house is made of drywall. Where's the stone? Where's the cement? Where's the brick? I mean, I was a kid, but after a while, my mother asked me, how are you liking living in the States? And apparently I said, it's creepy because it's like Disneyland, but without the fun. And everything looks like the thing, but isn't the thing. I mean, I could go on, but you brought food as an example, and I just thought I'd respond in kind. You know, I know it's difficult to leave the States, but if you get a chance, come back. Welcome you with open arms. But I'm going to leave on a positive note for you. There are a few things that nobody can do like the US. These are not going to be like gotchas. For one, peanut butter, amazing, and it's a you thing. Number
Okay,
two, but
peanut butter.
this is my main thing, New York cheesecake. Nobody in Europe does it like you. They do this weird no-bake cheesecake. Not the same thing. Cherry pie. Anything Cajun spiced. All amazing. Your Napa Valley white wines are okay also. Not amazing, but okay. Red velvet cake. Insanely good.
Hey, definitely, if that red velvet cake, if the right person make it, it's always on point. I got a family friend. She makes them scrumptious.
Pancakes
Very
and
good.
French toast. Your breakfast slaps, but I could only eat it if I was really hungover. Do you want more culture shock examples? Let me know.
Americans who've
Oh,
been
she
to
used
or
that whole
traveled to
3
Europe,
minutes.
what's something Europe has
TikTok.
changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
No, okay, so it changed a lot of things for me. And when I was a junior in college, I went and lived in Ireland for roughly 6 months, and I spent most of my time, 99.9% of my time, in one area of Galway, which is in the western section. And it's a fairly good-sized city as far as, like, Ireland is concerned. And so it changed a shit ton for me. One of the things that it changed that can never be replicated here, I do not care what somebody says, is safety. Because I was a junior, I was an American, I was in college, I was studying abroad, I was like 20 sheets to the wind every now and then, and I would walk home from the pubs. They close at 4, like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I'd be walking home after getting like some food, at like 4 in the morning by myself from Center City to my house. No problems.
Wow.
No problems. And I never felt unsafe one time. The second thing it changed was police. I don't know, this is just my experience and then the experiences I saw of people with them, but like you could be that drunk bastard out on the thing, like, I'm going to piss on a wall and I'm going to fight you. The cops would just be like, all right, Joe, get in the car. We're going to take you home. Get in the fucking car, Joe. And they were just super nice. Like you were encouraged to walk up to them and be like, hey, you know what? I kind of need a ride. And they'd be like, all right, cool. Like, let's see if we can call you a taxi or we'll take you, like, get on, whatever. Yeah. Super polite. The other thing it changed, and this is really weird, but it changed me forever. So, Chinese food.
Not the Chinese food.
Yeah. So Galway is this like little international port. So the Chinese food that I had in Galway was like straight from whatever section of China the owner of that restaurant was from, and imported its food directly from that area of China. So they made.
So they got the real Chinese food. I don't know. I need to ask the people that be at our Chinese. I mean, they may get the food from where they're from. You never know.
And imported its food directly from that area of China. So they made cuisine that was not Americanized in any way, shape, or form. And so even in my wildest dreams, when I was there, I ordered like takeout. And it showed up in my door. It was raining hell. Like I hate rain. So I was like hiding. Anyway, that's another story. And so the guy knocks on the door. I have this Chinese food. And I called the guy I was dating back in America via Skype back in the day and was like, I've had the best Chinese food in my life. And then told my roommates who were Irish. And they were like, oh, that's nothing. You should go to this place. Whole different region of China. And it was just so good. And so now, no matter where I go in America, I have yet to have Chinese food nearly as good as I did in Ireland. And basically it changed me forever. So, yeah.
Americans who've been to or traveled.
So I'm thinking, see, that's why I'd be interested. I think this question is kind of proposed more towards food because that was his kind of answer to that question. But Hey, I be looking. Some of the food be good. People be telling me. I already tried like Sweden, candies and snacks and stuff, and I ain't gonna. The chocolate is top notch. It got some top notch chocolate. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody told me in the comment, they're like, bro, once you eat this chocolate, once you eat this candy from Sweden, this chocolate from Sweden, you ain't gonna go back to America. I tried to eat one of my favorite candies, and it did not taste the same anymore. I was like, what is going on? I don't know. Maybe I had a bad batch or whatever I got from Walmart or something. I don't know. But I can tell you this. The chocolate was good from Sweden. Very good. Very
Travel to
good.
Europe. What's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
How cheap it is to travel. This is applicable for the rest of the world, not
What?
just Europe. But accommodations and public transportation is so cheap in Europe.
Oh.
And traveling is a lifestyle. It's so different in the United States. Like if you want to travel cheap in the US, you got to hitchhike, got to be a dirty kid, you got to train hop. People still do that in Europe, but you don't have to. You can stay at hostels for $10 a night. You can get a train
Wow.
ticket to a different country for $20. You can ride the subway across the
Dang.
city for $1. And it'll take 15 minutes. Now, of course, this depends on what city you are in Europe, but you're also encouraged to travel there. Unlike the United States where everything revolves around working.
Americans who've been to or
Facts.
traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
There has to be a deeper reason behind why America and Japan are the only countries in the world that wash their eggs. And if I know anything about how America likes to cut corners, save $1 at the expense of the people, I don't feel like I will like the answer once I get it.
Americans who've been to or
Washing
traveled to
eggs?
Europe,
What
what's
you
something
mean?
Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Yeah, exactly what he said. The food. I lived in Italy for a summer, and when I went there, I was fairly healthy, but I got there and it's just fresh pasta, fresh pizza, fresh gelato, and I was eating that every single day. I can't even tell you how much prosciutto I had while I was out there. And I came back after the summer and I was healthier than when I had left. And not only that, when I started eating the food here in America again,
Got
I was
sick.
sick. I got really sick for
Telling
months.
you.
The apartment that I had in Italy, it had a small refrigerator. You get groceries for whatever you're going to cook that day. Everything is fresh. You're not doing leftovers. I've been trying to get back ever since.
Americans who've been to or traveled
I'm
to
telling
Europe,
you,
what's
I
something
think I got food poisoning like last week. I got sick off of something like last week or the week before last, and it was bad. It had to be what I ate. It had to be. I had like a stomach
something
virus
Europe
or
has
something.
changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
I was living in France for 7 months, so I would say it changed my lifestyle a lot. Firstly, I can't even wear Crocs outside anymore. Or any really athletic clothing to any place other than the gym. I'm not doing it. I'm also not in a rush to do anything, to go anywhere, to finish my food. I'm not in a rush to do anything. I love eating in now. I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in a drive-thru. I just want to sit and eat. Lastly, I would say diet and exercise. I find myself parking further away so that I can walk because I watch so much in France, and then I'm also not eating the same things I used to eat because they didn't have Pop-Tarts. They didn't have all this sugar that we eat in the U.S. all over the place. And if they did, it was rated an F, so you don't even want to eat that.
What's the most inappropriate thing?
That is crazy. That is crazy. Hey, definitely. The food is always gonna change your mind. Like I said, I actually got the chance to try some snacks, some candy from Sweden, and I haven't even ate candy probably since then, other than these these little nerd bites that my wife get. Them things kind of good though. I don't care where I'm at. Those things hit. Those things are good. But other than that, I've only eaten the Swedish candies. That's all the candy I've had since I've tried it the first time. But man, I'm definitely. I feel like I think she said in some of the other, eating fresh food. That's what's gonna help you. We eating all this stuff. It got some extra stuff in it. I always felt like food. It definitely don't taste the same as it used to. And of course, just being young and stuff. I remember certain foods, how they still taste, and certain things just don't taste the same. Me personally, I don't for the most part, we go out, eat and stuff, but that kind of burns out. And I would rather cook. I would rather cook myself. Vegetable, homemade stuff. Homemade stuff is the way to go to me because it's gonna taste better. You ain't gotta see that people that added all this extra unnecessary stuff in the food that you're using and stuff like that. But man, that is something that I feel like food is up there. I feel like food is definitely up there. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. Something that Europe could change your mind. Even if you still, what is something America has changed your mind about? I mean, I'm sure there ain't no videos about that, you know. But y'all let me know in the comments. That's all I have. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.